Is blockchain compatible with privacy? Blockchain was created to securely store data in perpetuity. Unfortunately, such a design goes against current tendencies in privacy regulation. Do we really need yet another perspective on Bitcoin as Satoshi Nakamoto's paper approaches its 10th anniversary? Yes, I believe so. Today, I'm going to concentrate on a privacy-related topic in technology that requires greater debate. Every transaction added to history and recorded in blocks, which is the foundation of blockchain, has already backfired on a number of cybercriminals. The fact that the history of the perpetrator's transactions was permanently, insofar as this adjective can be used to the situation, recorded in the chain of blocks directly contributed to the investigators' incredible success in locating the offenders. That brings up an interesting point, by the way. Why haven't bank regulators accepted cryptocurrencies yet? Of course, we don't always seek clarity. Think about privacy. Many nations' laws have included this fundamental human right. Every individual has the right to withdraw their agreement at any time and to permanently recover or delete any personal information they have previously consented to give, according to the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, in Europe, for instance. How does that fit with the immutable record of a blockchain? Here's an illustration. I just learned about Medrake, a blockchain business. It makes patient data available to medical professionals from various local storage systems. The patient's permission is obviously necessary, but what happens if they later change their mind? To be fair, the proof of concept that was presented did not store patient information on the blockchain, rather, the blocks contained details about the patient-provider relationship. However, EU people should be able to cancel permission to use even that information, but they can't unless it's kept on a privately owned blockchain. It's important to note that medical records will be housed on the public blockchain if the healthcare industry adopts the concept, as interoperability is a significant factor in acceptance. Another illustration comes from the field of education. The first educational establishment to accept bitcoins as payment for its online courses was the University of Nicosia. They went a step further and added the completion certificates on the blockchain as well. The goal is obvious. Everyone who has certain information, namely, the hash supplied by the owner of the certificate, may verify that they actually finished the course. This ledger has about the same amount of pseudonymity as Bitcoin itself because it is designed to include just the hash, which is difficult to reverse if you are not the intended receiver. That has already shown to be helpful in locating criminals, as I emphasized above. Of course, it's possible that the knowledge that someone took online courses won't be seen as personal. I won't discuss that issue here. I'll just point out that while the definitions of private and non-private information may change over time, information stored on a blockchain will always be there. Some firms go even farther by offering additional HR services. They primarily concentrate on the notion of giving hiring managers applicant data that has been independently validated by a distributed ledger. If users want to withdraw their agreement, it will be hard to clear this information, which includes fully private details like a person's experience, former employment, and accomplishments. Fortunately, it appears that these startups have vanished from view. I wouldn't be shocked if, however, or someplace, similar ideas did come up again. I'd like to remember how we got here before I finish. Along with the IT sector itself, our notion of what information is personal and what is not has changed. Today, personally identifiable information is defined legally, which is an excellent place to start. But I think we should never disregard privacy as a fundamental human right while using blockchain to address corporate issues. How can my data still be secret if it's spread across so many different computers? What must I do to delete this data if neither I nor anybody else in particular has direct access to all of those computers? There are many uses for blockchain, but not all of them. Permanent personal data is ultimately the antithesis of privacy.